So we get some pretty entertaining performances, Flash Sentry gives viewers more excuses to hate him, and the Dazzlings take the stage and show us what we're really dealing with.
Remember, girls, we want to save the good stuff for when our full power has been restored.
Oh, whoa, oh, whoa, you didn't know that you fell. Oh, whoa, now that you're under our spell. We've got the music, makes you move it. Got the song that makes you lose it. We say jump, you say hi. Put your hands up to the sky. Oh, whoa, you didn't know that you fell. Oh, whoa, you didn't know that you fell. Oh, whoa, now that you're under our spell. Awesome as I wanna be. First to see me riding on a sonic boom. Got my guitar shredding up my latest tune. There is nothing you can do to beat me. I'm so good that you can't defeat me. Yeah, I'm awesome. Take caution. Watch out for me. I'm awesome as I wanna be.
You gotta love Rainbow Dash. Alright, think that's the song I'm looking for. Let's dance.
Now that's the bad girl we love to hate.
Flash Sentry pointing out someone that everyone loves to hate?
What was that? You were showing them your magic. I didn't know what else to do.
Close the curtains, unplug her amp. You guys want to keep it down? They're about to announce who's moving on. Who are you kidding? You know it isn't gonna be us.
You were attacked mid-song by someone who's not in your band. That's full grounds for a do-over. I mean, could any rivals just hoping to sabotage the competition walk on stage mid-song and punch the other band in the face and get away with it? There's not a lot of authority to this contest. But the Dazzlings interfere again to get the Rainbooms into the finals.
I'm guessing it wasn't too difficult a decision.
The Rainbooms!
What?
This never should have been you, Rainbooms!
Boo! You didn't lose points for being assaulted! It turns out, though, that the Dazzlings' plan is not to play against them, but to incite Trixie to give them the final push they need to collapse.
It is I who deserve to be in the finals, and I will not be denied.
Ouch.
See you never. I got tricks up my sleeve. See me dominate, cause I'm powerful and great.
I don't think the counterspell would have worked anyway.
Course it would have worked, Twilight. Assuming a certain band member didn't try to hog the spotlight the whole time we were trying to play it.
Now, to me, this is definitely a key scene.
I'm the one who writes all the songs. I write songs. You just never let us play any of them.
I had the most perfect outfits for us to wear. No one cares what we're wearing.
Hey, anybody here remember fun? I'll give you a hint. It's the exact opposite of being
You have to stop! This is what they've been after all along. They're feeding off of the magic inside you. How can they be using our magic?
Ever since you started this band, you've been letting little things get to you. I still have a lot to learn, but I do know that if you don't work out even the smallest problems right at the start, the magic of friendship can be turned into something else.
I'm supposed to be the one with all the answers. And all I've done since I got here is let you down.
I don't think anyone is supposed to have all the answers, but you can count on your friends to help you find them.
Because when I watched the movie the first time, I have to admit, I thought this was where it crashed. It came across as the group realizing that the Dazzlings want them to fight, and then deciding that all of their problems just aren't problems anymore. The friends decide that it's grounds to totally forgive and excuse each other, and Twilight decides it means she should forget about the counterspell without actually gaining any insight from working on it. Maybe the unedited version helped establish the contrast between the first act and now, or maybe I'm just slow, but whatever the reason, during my mandatory second viewing, it all fell into place for me back at this part. The title line really is true there. The Six didn't realize that, for all intents and purposes, they'd also fallen under the Dazzling spell. That the Dazzlings wanted them to fight like this is relevant, because it's actually the exact same thing they've done to the rest of the school, making them lose sight of their friendship by seeing each other as obstacles. What they need, as Sunset Shimmer establishes, isn't to straighten each other out, but to remember that they're on each other's side, and they don't need to guard their own interests from each other. The friends who can talk about and accept their problems will stay united. In fact, that was Twilight's problem here too, trying to live up to everyone's expectations by hiding that she didn't have the answer, instead of admitting it plainly and asking everyone to put their heads together for something that would work. And fittingly, this turns out to in and of itself be the answer. Since being united is what allowed them to throw off the Dazzling's spell, the most powerful song they can sing against them is the one they feel the most united singing. Before, I thought Sunset Shimmer's subplot was just the one that came the closest to working. But in this light, the whole movie really emerges as her story, not Twilight's. She's the one who starts out looking for a way to rise above her problems, and as the one just starting to rise from rock bottom, she has the vantage point to see the group collapsing around her, and what needs to be done to save them. Now, in this scene, she's finally able to do it, to come into her own and act as the leader that Celestia saw she had the potential to be, returning the favor Twilight did for her in the last movie. The two of them have now become peers with something to offer each other. And friends.
Sorry I took so long. I had to find somebody who wasn't under the siren spell to help me get you out.
Which version of the counterspell are we going to play? I don't think it matters what song we play, as long as we play it together. Fluttershy's written a really great one.
Okay, so now it's time for the long-awaited Battle of the Bands.
Nothing can stop us now. I've got the music in me.
Don't need to hear a crowd cheering out my name.
The one and only thing that I am here to bring is music.
What the heck is that? I mean, that's your big finisher? It sounds like all the other songs in the movie. It sounds like the one that should be playing over the credits, not the one that should be the highlight. There are many things that come to mind when I hear "Blow This Thing Apart." Having music in my heart is not one of them. Okay, you know what? I got this. I'm just gonna borrow from a little movie that actually knows a thing or two about grand finale songs, so just give me a minute here.
So the Rainbows want to turn this into a real battle of the bands?
What will the signal be for your eyes to see me? So I still will set the stage, send my thoughts to you. Weary singing every way, this song sends love through.
They can't stop you! Destroy them all! The magic of one voice! One heart! One song! But there is no one!
And thus, the Dazzlings are defeated, the school is closer than ever, Flash Sentry is still useless, and everyone except Sunset Shimmer now. Twilight, meanwhile, goes back to Equestria without sticking around for Perfect Day for fun, but now she has a way to visit anytime she wants, and a special new pen pal.
Hope you don't mind if I write to you for advice when I need it. Your friend, Sunset Shimmer.
Alright, so that's Rainbow Rocks. Is it better than the first Equestria Girls, like pretty much everyone says? Well, granted, I didn't think the first Equestria Girls was all that bad, and at first, my biggest problem with Rainbow Rocks wasn't the problem I had with the first movie. It didn't feel like much was accomplished. Instead of a significant character arc for Twilight, this one just seemed to have vague, pointless subplots. But I'm gonna blame that on the edited version, which might legitimately be worse. Like I said, it really comes through as Sunset Shimmer's story, bringing her full circle in a way that actually explores the theme pretty well. And in that, I'm gonna say, yeah, it is a little bit better. It's fresher, more thoughtful, and it uses the band angle to top the character interplay of the first one. It doesn't always live up to the best of the short films that preceded it, which convinced me that it wasn't going to be just a Gem in the Holograms knockoff, and the way it sets up its plot is a bit slapdash, but I guess that's better than the cut-and-paste outline that the first one used. In fact, there's only one point where I think the first one is the clear winner, and it's just about the most ironic point possible. The songs were better. Both soundtracks had their energetic intros, their narrative bridges, and their low points, but Rainbow Rocks loses ground by making too many of its songs sound the same. And what's more, the highlighter in the first movie, the cafeteria song, is by far the best one in either movie. Compare it to the song at the end of this one. Remember how it gradually built its way up to a thumping, triumphant chorus? Remember how it really made the girls seem like they were taking a bold stand, like they really did have something to say? Remember how it actually sounded like a song, not just one line highlighting a repetitive tune? Next to that, who would honestly call this fluffball of a number a high point? So yeah, the Disney Channel original movie ripoff had better, more memorable songs in it than the Battle of the Bands movie. There is really something wrong with that sentence. And what's more, it kinda leaves me stranded without a way to uphold my tradition. I mean, these songs really just don't provide what I need. I mean, who ever heard of someone being entertaining with singing, dancing, a guitar, and no decent rock music around? Got a whale of a tale to tell you last, whale of a tale or two, about the pony gang and the girls above, who fans don't hate but don't quite love. A whale of a tale, and it's all true, I swear by my review. There was Twilight Sparkle, came to save her friends from trouble. Past the credits, you'll see her neglected double, but though she lent her voice to help them sing, her whole darn subplot borderline amounted to nothing. Got a whale of a tale to tell you, lad, a whale of a tale or two, about the pony gang and the girls I love, who fans don't hate but don't quite love. A whale of a tale, and it's all true, I swear by my review. There were all three dazzlings, evil sirens turned to people. Their big plan was to invade an average high school, but in the battle of the bands, well, they did fold, and they turned back into normal girls at 1200 years old. Got a whale of a tale to tell you, lads, a whale of a tale or two, about the pony gang and the girls I love, who fans don't hate but don't quite love. A whale of a tale, and it's all true, I swear by my review.
You didn't play that.
Neither did Kirk Douglas. There was Sunset Shimmer, taking flack that made her shudder. Just 7 friends, one of them a dog, who believed she could be better when she stepped up and grew so tenderly.
Grew so tenderly.
Shut up. Ain't no song in the movie bad enough to bother me. Got a whale of a tale to tell you, and a whale of a tale or two, about the pony gang and the girls above, who fans don't hate but don't quite love. A whale of a tale, and it's all true, I swear by my review. Hey!
Every goddamn day.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, well, this is part 2. You made your own decision at this point. But if you'd like to watch my reviews of the short films leading up to this movie, click here. And as always, be sure to send me your Friendship is Magic videos and fan art so I can announce my picks for favorites at the end of every month in Viewer Appreciation Corner. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I am really not looking forward to changing back the set.